Hey, welcome back to my blog. I want to introduce you to a Farm Bureau insurance agency. I have had Farm Bureau for a long time, and a lot of you call me up and say, Bill, who do you recommend for homeowners insurance? The best thing I can tell you is talk around your friends, your family, whoever you have your car insurance with. That's a good idea to go to them too, because you get the multiple discount. But I'm here with Troy Perchal, and Troy has been the National Agent of the Year 7 times? 7 times now. So you think I'm hot stuff? Holy smokes, this guy's he's national champ, guys. So anyhow, and you can tell by all this stuff. Get a picture of all this, man. Alive. Are you personal friends with these guys?
Some of them.
Yeah, some of them. That's pretty cool. So if you need any connections, he might even have some tickets for you. But anyhow, we want to talk about homeowners insurance today. Why is it important for these guys to make sure that they have the right homeowners insurance and to make sure that they get their policies evaluated?
Yeah, the most important part is having the right amount of coverage. A lot of people will insure their lots, for example, or if there's a fire, the lot will still be there. There will be some cleanup, obviously, there that we need to address. But you want to have the proper amount of coverage. You want to make sure that it's covered properly as far as the liability limits, the medical payments are correct.
So what you're saying is a lot of people have homeowners insurance on the house and the lot, and it's really not necessary to have it on the lot because the lot's always going to be there, but the house isn't.
Yeah, and I just find that a lot of companies, they'll overdo the policy where they'll actually insure it for $50,000 more than it really needs to be insured for, which obviously the consumer pays more for.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is just you want to make sure you have a replacement cost. Our policy happens to have 125% replacement cost, so it gives you room for cleanup.
And I was going to say, why the extra 25%? I would think that the premium would go up if you've got that extra 25% in there.
It's actually built into our policy where there's no extra fee for it. You have to qualify for it. Basically, it has to be on a home pretty much built from the 60s on.
Mm-hmm.
Can qualify for that. There's no extra fee for that. And why we have that is because lumber prices can change. If there's a fire, is going to be cleanup.
Mm-hmm.
So,
trust me, we've talked about that in past blogs about how new construction's going up. And speaking of that, a little sidebar here, prices are going up big time on new construction. So if you're going to build, you better call me. But anyhow, back to this.
The other thing you want to make sure is the personal property coverage. Personal property coverage, you want to make sure you have replacement costs on that and not limited replacement costs. And what I mean by that is some companies, what they'll do is they'll say, yeah, you have replacement costs, but what can happen is it could actually be where they'll still prorate things based on age, where you want to have a policy that's going to be full replacement cost, no matter if your TV's 8 years old or not. We're just going to buy the exact same TV.
Mm-hmm.
In today's
now, the one I've run into occasionally is I got water in my basement, and water in the basement comes from 2 areas. It comes from sewage backup, and it can also come from your sump pit where your pump goes out. You get water in the basement.
Yeah.
Are those 2 distinct different coverages, and do you have to make sure you have riders for those?
Yes, you have to have a separate rider for that. Every company out there is going to kind of do it the same way. It's a separate endorsement, the sewer backup, water backup endorsement. Basically, on your sump pump, you want to make sure that if your sump pump fails or if the sewer backs up, you need a separate rider for that. It's typically about $40 a year to add that to your policy. The other thing with that is I always recommend having an alarm on your sump pump as well, because if it sticks or water starts going to the pit, you want to be able to try and catch it.
And you can get those from whoever put your sump pit in, or you can actually go online and you can find these battery backups with the sensors on them. So that's a good thing to know too.
Yep.
In regards to homeowners insurance, also we run into liability issues. I just had a gal fall down and break her leg when we were out showing houses, and now that liability insurance is going to kick in. Do you recommend having what we call an umbrella policy for liability?
Yes, I do. And what that umbrella policy will do is it'll actually protect the auto portion and the home portion. It kind of covers an umbrella over both of them.
Oh, cool. 2 for 1.
Yeah. So once you exceed your normal policy limits, typically on a home it'd be $500,000.
Mm-hmm.
Once you exceed that, then an additional $1 million kicks in. So it, in essence, makes your policy $1.5 million.
Now, me being self-employed, you're self-employed, the cameraman's self-employed, would that cover us when we're out on the job as well, that umbrella policy?
Depending on the situation, how you have it written. If you have business auto, then that would carry over for that. Typically, it literally, you would need to talk to your agent to kind of to get more in depth on that. But for self-employed people like myself, for us, we would be covered. For just other industries, you might not be covered.
Now, this guy is so popular, he's being stretched multiple different ways. So you have offices in Blair, Tacoma,
and
Elkhorn, and thinking maybe one other place, but we'll keep that a secret for now. But if they want to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you?
They can call my office anytime at 758-6633 or my cell phone at 402-699-9277.
Uh-oh. He doesn't know what he's in for. He gave his cell phone out, John. Oh no! You know, one of these days we're gonna do a blog with the cameraman. You guys never get to see who's behind that camera, so we're gonna do that one day. We'll put Troy's card up on the website also. And if you have any questions in regards to homeowners insurance, give him a call. When it comes to houses, investment properties, folks, we're getting a lot of people calling me about wanting to get into investment properties. I just bought one myself. It's a great time to get into it. So. Give me a call, 680-2500, and otherwise, make it a great day. Talk to you later.
Thanks.
Yep.